We're getting enough stuff here for hips, shoulders, spine, core. We're going to do the whole lot today. I'm just going to set this up so you can see me a little bit better. Yeah, good. Okay, so let's start today. I'm going to push you back a little bit. Let's start today with a nice big stretch out, lying down on the mat. All right. There we go, that's better. Okay, so let's push both legs forwards. I'm going to stretch the arms over the head. And in this position here, we're just going to do a few arm circles. So just open the arms all the way out, round to the side. Okay, we're going to take them onto the mat and then up to the ceiling, over the head, opening them gently all the way around to the side. This is just starting to mobilize your shoulder joint nice and gently. So let's take them up to the ceiling, over the top, and then opening out, down, bringing them onto the mat again, and one more, up to the ceiling, over the top, and then opening them back out. Okay, let's just do a few more in the other direction. So we're going to go sideways this time, all the way up. See if you can keep the back of the hand on or as close to the floor as possible here. We'll take them up to the ceiling, onto the mat. Let's just do two more. So up the side, over the head, up to the ceiling, and then onto the floor. Okay, one more, up the side, over the head, up to the ceiling, and then onto the floor. Okay, let's flip on round. We're going to come up onto all fours, guys. Let's take wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. And we'll get the spine moving. We'll do a few cat stretches. All right, so we're going to drop the head and curl the pelvis under. And then we're coming through to a long flat back. And again, dropping the head, curving the pelvis under, and then through to a long flat back. Okay, let's do two more. Dropping the head, curling the pelvis under, and then through to a long flat back. Okay, one more. Dropping the head, curling the pelvis under, and then through to a long flat back. Okay, we're going to put the toes together, take the knees a little bit wider. We're going to stretch all the way back here, long spine stretch. And then let's walk the hands off and round to one side. We're going to take two deep breaths here. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, coming back onto the mat. We're going to go around the other way. Two more deep breaths on that side. Inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. All right, we're going to come back into the middle and we're going to roll gently up through the spine. Okay, next up, let's get the lower back moving and the pelvis. So we're going to come round to sitting, the feet are hip distance apart. Start with a straight back, guys. We're just going to put the hands underneath the knees here. So let's curve the pelvis under, and as you do that, you're going to gently look down. And then we're going to come into a straight back again and look forwards. So curve the pelvis under, looking down, and then straight back and looking forwards. And again, curving the pelvis under, looking down, and then straight back and looking forwards. Let's do two more of these. Curving the pelvis under, looking down, and then straight back and looking forwards. Last one, curving the pelvis under, looking down, and then a straight back, and looking forwards. Okay, we're going to spin around to the front. Let's come cross-legged. We're going to stretch gently out the sides of the body now. So let's take one arm all the way up, and we're going to gently reach over, and then back. Let's do this 3 more times. One side, over, and then back. Okay, and again, over, and then back. Yeah, good. One more, over, and then all the way back. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So lift the arm up if you can. You're going to get it pretty close to the head there. We're going to reach over, and then back, And again, over. And then back. Okay, let's do 2 more. Over. And then back. And 1 more. And over. And then all the way back. All right, so that's the spine woken up. Let's lie down on the side and we'll go into legs and hips. So let's have the legs slightly bent here, guys. We're going to do 10 pushes out to the side, 10 circles each way, and then a little bit of a pump for the outside of the hip. So hand on the floor, lift the top leg, foot flex, knee forwards, and we're going to push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more guys, 9. Okay, and we're going to stop out on 10 and 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back the other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to go knees up, feet forwards a bit. 20 little pumps for the hip here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very nice. All right, pop that leg down on the other side. So starting with the pushes, guys. If you can, you're going to push that leg straight out to the side. Yeah? Lots of movement in the hip, reaching it all the way through. Okay, so hand on the mat, lift the top leg, foot flex, knee forwards, and we're going to push all the way out, nice and strong. And then back. And again, push. And back. And 3. Keep breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, stop out on 10 and circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so knees up, feet forwards. 20 little evil pumps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, pop that leg down, guys. We're going to go onto the back. So let's take both legs straight out in front. Okay, we're going to bring the right leg into the chest. Let's take 4 deep breaths on each hip. So we'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, swapping legs over. Left leg in. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, nice guys. We're going to put both feet on the floor, and for a nice bit of spinal mobility, we'll do the slow hip rolls. Yeah, so that's the feet hip distance apart. You're going to take the arms up to the ceiling, and then we're ready to go. Okay, so we're going to curve the pelvis under, roll vertebra for vertebra up, take the arms all the way over the head, roll back down vertebra for vertebra through the spine, and then bring the arms back up to the ceiling. And again, curving the pelvis under, rolling up, taking the arms over the head, rolling back down through the spine, bringing the arms back to the ceiling. And again, curving the pelvis under, rolling up, taking the arms over the head, rolling back down again gently through the spine, bringing the arms back to the ceiling. One more, curving the pelvis under, rolling up, taking the arms over the head, rolling back down gently through the spine, bringing the arms back up to the ceiling. All right, we're going to link the fingers together here, guys. Pop them behind the head, and we're going to lift the head up 5 times. So off we go. We're going to lift 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more, 5. All right, let's take the hands onto the rib cage here. We're going to take 2 deep breaths into the sides of the ribs. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, let's link the fingers together again behind the head. This time we're going to lift up 10 times. Off we go and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going, guys. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, 10. Okay, hands back on the rib cage again for 2 more deep breaths. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so just slide the hands down onto the hips here. We'll stretch the right leg forwards, foot flexed, the leg's really switched on, and we're going to lift the leg up and down 8 times each side. So off we go. Let's lift. 1, with control. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, last one, and 8. All right, so swap legs over, and we'll do that on the left. Off we go, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. All right, nice. Let's put both feet on the floor. What we're going to do is just really shake the knees in and out here, guys. It's a nice one for promoting blood flow, relaxing muscles. Let's do 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to flip on round onto the stomachs next, waking up the back of the hip. That's your glutes. We'll do heel squeeze prone, so that's going to be forehead on hands, knees to the edge of the mat, and pushing the heels together. Let's do 10. So off we go. We're going to squeeze the heels, then relax. And again, squeeze and relax. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Okay, so next up from this, we're going to pop up into a cat stretch. We'll drop the head, curl the pelvis under. Let's stay at the top of the cat stretch for 2 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, sliding on through, we're going to do a whole heap of pushbacks to bent legs. So pushing back to bent legs is basically a bent-legged downward dog. We'll keep it moving today. What we'll do is we're going to exhale back, inhale down. Exhale back, inhale down. That kind of speed. Let's see if we can do 8 of these, guys. All right, off we go. So we're going to push back and down. And exhale back, inhale down. And 3. Keep it moving, nice and quick. 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, last one, and 8. All right, well done, guys. Let's take toes together, knees apart again. We're going to go back into another long spine stretch, which is essentially child's pose. Pop the head on the floor. We'll take 2 deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, let's roll on up through the spine, guys. We're going to come round to sitting, and this one we're going to take into half roll backs. So this is with a completely curved spine. Reach the arms forwards. We're looking down at the floor. We're going to do 8. Off we go. So rocking back and then forwards. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now we're going to roll down all the way to the floor in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, hug both legs into your chest here. Okay, you're going to pull the belly through to the lower back. That is sometimes called getting into imprint. We're going to lift the head up. We're going to stretch the arms forwards, and we're going to stay here for 8 breaths. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. 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 All right, bring the knees back into the chest. Well done, guys. We're going to roll the shoulders open, really lengthen out through the spine. Let's roll round onto the right shoulder. Stretch the left arm up to the ceiling, and we'll take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to open the left arm all the way to the floor. My right hand, by the way, is on top of the legs. Inhaling, coming back. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. Let's do 2 more. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. And the next one, we're going to stay here. So open the arm, we're going to stay here. And what we're going to do is just take the arm slowly up to the side of the head. This will give a nice good stretch all the way around underneath the shoulder joint, maybe even further down into the back for some of you. And then very slowly, guys, open it back out again, all the way down, and then we'll do that on the other side. All right, nice. So let's roll around onto the left. Okay, left hand pushing down on the knees, right arm up to the ceiling. We'll take an inhale and exhale, open. Inhale back. Exhale, open. Inhale back. Exhale, open. Inhale back. Exhale, open and stay. Okay, so same thing, guys. If you've got the room, I've got a wall in the way a bit, but I'm going to take it all the way up slowly to the side of the head. Okay, and then opening it gently all the way back out again, all the way around and onto the mat. All right, guys, let's go onto the back again. And we're going to go into the 100. So I'm going to cue this like the full proper Pilates 100 exercise. I'll be using imprint. I'm going to cue the breathing, the whole lot. So off we go. Let's take an inhale and exhaling into imprint. Inhaling one leg, exhaling the other, inhaling and exhaling up and inhale 2, 4, 5 and exhale 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 and inhale 2, 4, 5 halfway and inhale 2, 4, 5 and exhale and inhale 2, 4, 5 and exhale and inhale 2, 4, 5 and exhale and inhale 2, 4, 5 and exhale, inhale 2, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice, guys. Come all the way back in. Pop the feet back down on the floor. Pelvis into neutral, and let's gently stretch out the hamstring a little bit. So bring the right leg up into the chest, link the fingers together, and let's keep the foot flexed the whole time. We're going to push up 5 times with a flexed foot. So let's push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and one more 5. All right, let's do that on the other side, linking the fingers together. Don't worry if you can't get the leg totally straight. Yeah, off we go. And push. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Okay, let's put both feet down. We're going to take it into full roll-ups. This is one for spinal mobility as well. So have legs switched on, guys. That will help. Feet hip distance apart. We'll take the arms up to the ceiling. And then we're going to take the arms over the head, not too far. And then we're ready to go. So we're going to bring the arms to the ceiling. And then a big exhale here will help you curve all the way up and over. Okay, start to move on back. And then gently all the way down. Arms to the ceiling. And exhaling up and over. Start to move back. And then gently back down. Let's do 2 more of these. Arms to the ceiling. And a big exhale to come all the way up and over. Start to move back. And then gently back down. Okay, last one. Arms to the ceiling. And let's keep all the way up and over for this one, guys, because next up we'll go into rolling like a ball. So let's roll up straight through the spine. We're going to take feet together, knees together. Curve the pelvis under. You've got to take the weight quite far back here. We're going to lift one leg up and the other, then we're ready to go. So we're going to curve the pelvis under, rolling back, and an exhale up to balance. Curve the pelvis under, rolling back, and catch the balance when you come up. So curve the pelvis under, rolling back, catch the balance when you come up. Let's do 2 more. Curve the pelvis under, rolling back, catch the balance as you come up. Last one, curving the pelvis under, rolling back, catch the balance as you come up. All right, nice, guys. Let's put the soles of the feet together. We're going to curve on over here, and let's take 2 deep breaths. Again, we'll take an inhale and exhale, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, rolling up through the spine. Let's come round and face the front. We're going to pump into the shoulders and middle back. Now, I know that some of you are doing home office, and this is a good break in the day to just stop that tightness getting into the neck and shoulders. All right, so let's start with this, guys. We're going to take the arms out to the side, and we're going to do 20 circles each way. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Then the other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Relax the arms all the way down. Let's just turn the head, guys. We'll take it over the shoulder as far as you can. Into the middle. And then the other way. Into the middle. And again. Into the middle. And again. Into the middle. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll make a fist, and we're going to bring the arms up to here. I've roughly got, guys, 90 degree at my elbow there. My elbow is roughly on the same level as my shoulder joint. So we're going to do 20 of these, guys. We're going to open 1, 2, 3. So really trying to use the muscles in and around and between the shoulder blades here. That is basically your middle back. Wow, middle and upper. Okay, let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, well done. Drop the hands down again. Let's turn the head. So over the shoulder, into the middle, and the other way, into the middle. 2 more times. Over the shoulder, into the middle, and the other way, into the middle. All right, so next up, hands on the shoulders, elbow circles. These ones are brilliant. Let's do 10 in each direction. So off we go. We're going to circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going back the other way. And 1, as big as you can here, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now we're going to take it into the full spine twist. So link the fingers together, roll the shoulders back and down, and off we go. We're going to rotate round, turn the head over the shoulder, coming back to the hands, into the middle. Other way, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. And again, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. One more, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. Okay, we're going to push the hands all the way forwards here. So shoulders up to ears, guys. And we're going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, a long stretch over. Inhaling back. Other way, exhaling over. Inhaling back. All right, 2 more times. Exhaling over. Inhaling back. And the other way, exhaling over. Inhaling back. All right, let's go back round onto all fours again. We're going to do opposite arm and leg, guys. So that's reaching the opposite arm and leg off the floor. Let's do 8, and the 8th we're going to hold out for 10 seconds, yeah? Keep the spine long and flat. Try to keep everything as still and stable as possible. We're going to take an inhale and exhale, reach, inhale back, and then swap, reach, and back, and reach, and back, and reach, and back, and reach, and back, and reach, and back. Let's do 2 more, and reach, and back. 1 more, and reach and stop. We're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll do it on the other side. So reach the other arm and leg off the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're a little bit warmed up now. So let's do a full push back to a downward dog, yeah? So straight legs. Tuck the toes under, and we're going to take an inhale to lift the knees. On the exhale, back we push, guys. See if you can get the legs nice and straight, or as straight as you can get them, and totally relax the neck here. Okay, 2 deep breaths. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so knees gently down. We're going to stay on all fours, keep the toes tucked underneath like this, and we'll go down onto the elbows. I've got my hands linked together here. It's quite a stable base I've made. Let's do 8 lifts on each side. Leg stays bent. This one's for hamstring hip extensor. So off we go, guys. We're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, last one, and 8. Okay, so let's do that on the left. Off we go and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not too quick guys, 7, and one more, 8. All right, so let's keep the legs where they are, but we're going to come back up onto the hands, and we're going to do a 10-second plank up on the hands. So let's take one leg behind, lock the leg, keep it really strong. We're going to squeeze the second leg in, and we're going to stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees gently back down. All right, guys, let's go straight onto the side. We'll do a little bit more for leg and hip next. Let's do 20 clamshells. Yeah, we're going to do 20 clamshells. I've got my legs slightly bent, heels of the feet in line with the spine. Keep the pelvis still. We'll do 20 clamshells. Then we'll go into an exercise called side kick lying. Yeah, that's an easy one to follow. Let's take the hand on the hip and off we go. We're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keep going, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so from here you're going to put the hand on the floor, and all you have to do is just extend out the lower leg. You should be lying in a very open V shape. Push the bottom leg down. We're going to lift the top leg up, and we don't want this top leg to drop and lift and drop and lift. You're going to try and keep it at a constant height. So we're going to bring it forwards with a flexed foot, point the foot and take it behind. So forwards with a flex, back with a point, forwards with a flex, back with a point, forwards with a flex, back with a point. Let's do 4 more of these. Forwards with a flex, back with a point. Keep breathing. Forwards with a flex, back with a point. 2 more. Forwards with a flex, back with a point. Last one. Forwards with a flex and back with a point. All right, let's pop that leg down and we'll do it on the other side. So what we're doing is we're really waking up the outside of the hip with the clamshells, and then we're taking it a little bit further into the hip with the side kick lying. So hand on the hip, remember keep the pelvis still, 20 lifts, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep going, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, nice. So hand on the mat for stability, extend out the lower leg. We're in an open V shape. Push the bottom leg down, lift the top leg up to hip height. So it's forwards with a flex, back with a point, forwards with a flex, back with a point, forwards with a flex, back with a point. Keep going. Forwards with a flex, back with a point. 4 more. Forwards with a flex, back with a point, forwards with a flex, back with a point. 2 more. Forwards with a flex, back with a point. Last one. Forwards with a flex, back with a point. All right, nice guys. Pop that leg down. We're going to roll onto the backs, and we're going to do a nice strong abdominal exercise. Let's do 40 single leg stretches. That's 20 with the arms forwards. Don't stop with the legs, and then do a 20 with the arms just by the side of the head. Again, I'm going to cue this. I'm going to do the breathing. Just make sure you keep the core nice and strong, the belly pulling back into the lower back. So off we go. Let's take an inhale and exhaling into imprint. Inhaling one leg, exhaling the other, inhaling. And exhaling up, reaching the arms forwards. We're going to inhale to prepare and 17, 18, 19, 20 more. Keep going. Move the arms back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Head, shoulders, arms back down. We're going to put the feet onto the floor, pelvis into neutral, hands on the ribs. 2 deep breaths. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, we're going to break down now an exercise that I do loads in the group classes, and sometimes it can be really misunderstood. We're going to have a look at modifications of rollover. Yeah. So for this one to be really effective, it doesn't have to be a big movement. So those of you that are familiar with this exercise from before, don't feel that you have to try to roll really far over the head. Yeah. What we want to feel is as we roll the back of the pelvis away from the floor, as you roll it towards you with the knees, you want to feel that you're really engaging the core, so that's pelvic floor transversus, but also that you're using your rectus abdominis. These are the straight muscles down the front here, and it's not coming up into the neck and the shoulders in an effort just to try to do a big roll. The bigger the roll doesn't mean you're doing this exercise any better, yeah? All right, so let's do this one, guys. We're going to bring both legs into the chest first. We'll keep it simple. So let's cross the shins over. And what helps with mobility in the lower back is if we open the knees pretty wide here. Okay, I'm going to cue the breathing on this one as well. Let's take the hands onto the floor. We're going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, you just want to roll the back of the pelvis away from the floor. Inhaling back. Exhaling, roll. Inhaling back. Exhaling, roll. Inhaling back. Exhaling, roll. Inhaling back. Let's do 2 more of these, guys. Exhaling, roll. Inhaling back, and 1 more. Exhaling, roll. Inhaling back. All right, so let's just relax the legs down again. We're going to do a second set in a minute. So as I was doing that, I could really feel the temptation as I was rolling to take the tension in my neck and shoulders. I actually had to think mainly about my neck and shoulders, mainly about keeping my neck really long, my shoulders open and relaxed, and not using that and thinking that I'm doing a bigger roll and a better exercise. So let's put the other leg on top. Open the knees nice and wide. We're going to do a whole heap more and really make sure that the neck, the shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Off we go. We'll take an inhale and exhale, roll. Inhale back. Exhale, roll. Inhale back. Exhale, roll. Inhale back. Exhale, roll. Inhale back. Okay, let's do 2 more. Exhale, roll. Inhale back. 1 more. Exhale, roll. Inhale back. Okay, nice, guys. Let's hug the legs back into the chest again. We're going to roll the shoulders open, lengthen out the spine, and we'll just hold it here for 2 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so we're going to go more dynamically into the core now and the abdominal wall. Let's do a mix of the 2 exercises from earlier. So we're going to lift head and leg this time together, 8 times on each side. Just make sure, guys, when you lift the head, you don't pull the elbows forwards like this. You want to keep the elbows wide. They're behind the head just for a gentle little bit of support. The main power is still coming down here. So off we go. Let's take an inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale back, lift and back, and lift and back, and lift and back. Keep going, guys. 4 more, and lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back. 1 more, and lift, and back. Okay, so let's do that on the left, nice and strong in that left leg. Off we go, and lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back. 4 more, and lift, and back, and lift, and back. 2 more, and lift, and back. 1 more, and lift, and back. All right, nice, guys, well done. Let's pop the feet back on the mat, and what we'll do next is take the leg across the stretch. So this is another nice spiral effect for the back here. A little bit bigger than we did earlier. So both legs out in front, right arm out to the side, palm up, and right leg up to 90, left hand across. We're going to roll the knee over, and as you do that, you're going to turn your head towards the right. Let's take 4 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, rolling across the back. We'll do that on the left. Left arm out to the side, palm up, left leg up to 90, right hand across. Roll the knee over, turn the head to the left, and we'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, nice, guys. We're going to roll all the way around onto the stomach, and let's do a back exercise, yeah? We're going to take the legs a little bit wider than the hips, have them rotated, forehead on hands. We're going to lift, guys, the head and the hands up and down, long and low, yeah? Not high at all, but we are going to do 10. All right, off we go. So let's lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we're going to pop up into a quick cat stretch. Drop the head, cover the pelvis. 2 breaths at the top. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so back onto the stomach again. This time the legs are not quite so wide, but keep them rotated. Let's take them hip distance apart. We're going to reach the arms forward so they're shoulder width. This time we're going to do 10 lifts, but we're going to lift the head, the arms and the legs all just up off the floor, all long and low. And if you can, do it on an exhale. Okay, so off we go. We're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, well done. Up into another cat stretch. Drop the head, curl the pelvis under. 2 more breaths at the top here. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so we've strengthened with those 2 exercises, all the muscles down the back. Let's do a mobilizing exercise. So back with the legs wide, we'll do swan dive prep. So legs are wide and rotated, hands are off the mat on the floor, and we're going to come up a little bit higher. So let's stabilize the shoulder blades first. And then we're going to push the nose forwards along the mat, and then just keep lifting up as far as you feel comfortable. Try not to push too much with the hands, but they are there for support. And then we're going to lengthen all the way back down to the mat. If you can, nice and long in the back of the neck at the end. Okay, so one more time. Stabilizing the shoulder blades first, pushing the nose forwards along the mat. And then just keep lifting the chest up. You don't have to come really high. Just come as high as you feel comfortable. It should be pain-free. We're going to stay here for a second and then gently come back down. Okay, let's do 2 more of these, guys. So we're going to stabilize the shoulder blades, push the nose forwards, keeping the shoulder blades down, and then the feeling of pulling your lower belly up into the lower back at the end. We're going to stay here for a second and then gently back down, and then we'll do that one more time. So stabilizing the shoulder blades down the back, pushing the nose forwards along the mat, keep lifting, keep coming all the way up, stay up for a second, and then gently all the way back down. Okay, we're going to go up into another cat stretch again. So drop the head, curl the pelvis under. Let's take 2 breaths here, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, we're going to slide on through. Earlier we did a 10-second plank on the hands. Let's go, if we can, guys, for a 30-second plank on the elbows. So if you want, you can link the fingers together here. Okay, we're going to take one leg behind. Let's squeeze the second leg in, and we're going to stay for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. Gently pop the knees down. We're going to go back into a long spine stretch. Relax the forehead on the floor. We're going to take 2 more deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so let's roll back up through the spine, and we'll do a gentle neck stretch here. So let's link the fingers together. We'll pop them behind the head, and we'll take an inhale. On the exhale, elbows forwards, drop the chin. 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, guys, let's come back out onto all fours. We're going to do another downward dog here, or push back to straight legs. Don't worry if you can't fully extend the legs here. Some people can, some people can't. It doesn't matter, but try to get them as straight as possible. And we're going to stay up there. We'll do 4 breaths. Yeah, so let's take wrists on shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to tuck the toes underneath. So we're going to lift the knees just up off the floor, and then you're pushing back to straight legs, or as straight as you can get them. Relax the neck here. Move the hands a little bit if you have to. That's no problem. And 4 breaths. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, gently pop the knees down, and we're going to do what I call a big hip flexor stretch. So let's take the right foot out in front. Okay, take it a little bit further forwards than your knee. All right, nice and square and straighten the pelvis, and we're going to rock forwards, and we're going to take 4 deep breaths here. So let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, let's go for the next bit. We're going to put the fingertips on the floor here, tuck the toes underneath, and you're going to push back here again. Don't worry if you can't straighten that front leg. You can keep it slightly bent. 4 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. All right, so gently down with that knee, and then we'll do that on the other side. All right, so all these big stretches that we're doing now, we're doing them because we've been working out for about 50 minutes, yeah? These are not ones to do if you're not warmed up because you've been doing some exercise, yeah? So bear that in mind, guys. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, one more. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so hands on the mat, tuck the toes underneath. We're going to push back again one more time. Don't worry if that front leg isn't straight. 4 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, good. We're going to pop that knee down. And then we'll do a little bit for the middle back, thoracic spine, guys. So let's roll up our mats for this one. Yep. So roll it all the way up. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lie down with the shoulder blades, really. Shoulder blades in contact with this rolled up mat. Of course, when you lie down on it, it will squash a bit. That doesn't matter. Okay. So I've got my feet pretty wide here, and I'm going to link the fingers together behind the head. And let's do this. I'm going to cue the breathing for this. So let's take an inhale to go all the way back as far as you feel comfortable. And an exhale to come up. You're going to keep the elbows wide. You're going to look down through the legs. And it's an inhale to go back. Exhaling up. Inhaling back. Exhaling up. Inhaling back. Exhaling up. Let's do 2 more, guys. Inhaling back. Exhaling up. And 1 more. Inhaling back. And let's stay here back. So I'm going to keep my hands here behind my head. And if you feel comfortable, guys, then just gently straighten the legs out along the floor in front of you. And this is just lifting up my chest. It's lifting and curving my thoracic spine, putting it into a gentle extension, which is a great way to combat any desk tightness, computer tightness, guys. So let's stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so to come out of this position here, just bring the feet back onto the floor, and you can just roll and curve sideways and up, and then we'll roll the mats all the way back out again. Okay. And we're going to come round cross-legged, and we're going to do a little bit for the middle back, upper back, necks and shoulders. Okay, so let's link the fingers together. We're going to put them behind the heads. All right, guys, follow me on this one. So we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together and look up to the ceiling. And then we're going to let the chin drop, bring the elbows forwards, look down at the floor. Okay, so it's an inhale to squeeze the shoulder blades together and look up to the ceiling. And then exhaling, elbows forwards and look down at the floor. Let's do 2 more of these. So inhaling, squeeze the shoulder blades together, looking up to the ceiling. And then exhaling, elbows forwards, drop the chin, look down. And 1 more. Inhaling, squeeze the shoulder blades together, looking up to the ceiling. And then exhaling, elbows forwards and drop the chin down. Okay, good. So let's come all the way up straight. We're going to slide a hand across the lower back. We're going to take the other arm up and over the top with the fingers by the ears. Let's go really gently over to the side here. So don't pull the head, just relax the jaw and gently over to the side. Okay, then we're going to turn the head into the arm. Slide the hand round and down to where the head meets the neck. And then a little drop of the chin here again. And we'll take 4 breaths. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, slowly and gently coming all the way up, and we'll do that on the other side. So we're going to slide a hand across the lower back, other arm up and over the top, fingers by the ears. We're going to go gently over to the side and relax the jaw. Okay, let's turn the head into the arms, slide the hand round and down to where your head meets your neck, and drop the chin. 4 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, slowly coming all the way up. Let's do a few shoulder circles. We're going to take a couple of circles back here, guys. Yeah, good. And then a few circles forwards. Yeah, good. And one more time. Let's turn the head over the shoulder. It should feel a little bit easier now than it did at the beginning. And then back into the middle. And the other way. Back into the middle. Let's do it 2 more times. Around you go. And then back into the middle. And the other way. And then back into the middle. All right, guys, let's put the soles of the feet together. We're going to take a nice slow roll down through the spine here. So let's take an inhale. On the exhale, you're going to drop the chin. We're going to roll down through the neck, upper back, middle back, all the way down to the lower back. And let's take 4 deep breaths here, guys. We're going to take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so picking up the belly, we're going to roll up through the lower back, then the middle back, upper back, and then the head is going to lift up at the very end. All right, guys, very well done. Thank you for joining the stream, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.